Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandra and I'm the designer behind Sandra Stitches. Today we have a tutorial and today we are going to learn how to make these amazing, super easy and super fun wrist warmers. Now, you know, fingerless gloves, wrist warmers, there are lots of names for this. Now, these greeny, froggy wrist warmers I made for my all green video. If you haven't watched it, it's going to be somewhere here in the video, so go watch it. It's a video where I show how I come up with different ideas of projects to crochet with green yarn. And this is one of the projects. I love it so much and they came up so great that I decided to make a tutorial. So this is what we are going to be doing today. Let's get started. So for the purpose of the tutorial, I'm going to be using my 5mm hook, and I think you can use one color for the whole wrist warmer, for the whole piece, but you can also use two colors. So it depends on you. Anyway, we are going to be working this part, the main part of the piece, in one go, and then adding the second. So it's not that we're working the whole piece from the beginning, from the wrist to the fingers all together. So I'm using my 4-weight yarn, acrylic yarn, in this light blue color that I have here. And we are going to start by a slip knot. Now this pattern is super simple. For the main part of the wrist warmer, we are working the half double crochet in the third loop, not the first loop, not the back loop, not the front loop, the third loop. And then we get this amazing texture. It's very stretchy, but also it's very close, and I love it. This is just a rectangle, and then we leave, when we attach it and join it, we leave an opening for the finger. So let's get started. We start with a slip knot, and we will chain as long as you want your wrist warmer to go up to your hands. It doesn't really matter how many chains you work. You have to find out, depending on the yarn that you're using, the hook size that you're using, and your tension. So you will come up with how many chains you need. Now for this tutorial, let's see. Here you see I made too many already. So for this part, if I wear it, you'll see how it goes in my hand. For me, this is enough. I want my fingers to be free so I can use them. But maybe you want your wrist warmer to go higher and warm your fingers up to here. It's fine. It's up to you. So you just decide how long you want this part of the wrist warmer to be, because this one is going to be made later. The wrist part is going to be made later. So just make sure that you measure, and then you decide how many chains you want to work. So let's make less chains. It doesn't really matter. So we have our chains, and we are going to work a half double crochet in the second chain from the hook. This is the first chain, this is the second chain. We yarn over, we insert our hook in the second chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all three. This is the half double crochet stitch. So let's make one in each chain across, yarn over and yarn over all 3 loops. Yarn over, insert the hook in the chain, yarn over again, pull up a loop, and then yarn over all 3. Now you can walk this way, insert the hook inside the chain, the middle of the chain, or you can walk in the back bump of the stitch. It depends on your preference. It's the same, okay? So we'll go and finish our first row of half double crochet all the way across, 1 in each chain. Okay, 1. Now this is really simple, and it's a 1 row repeat, but the 1 row repeat is the second row, not the first one, because the first one we need to have the foundation row, right? Where to start working our 3rd loop half double crochet. And this will give us this amazing pattern texture for the wrist warmers. Now you can use this stitch for any project that you want. Okay, so we are at the end of our, let me get some yarn. We are at the end of our first row, and we have all the half double crochet stitches here. Now we chain 1 for the second row, and we turn our work. When we turn our work, we can see that we have, as usual, if we would work as usual, we turn our work, and then we see, let me put it like this, we see the V here on top of the stitch. And normally we would go and insert the hook in beneath both loops of the V on top. If we were working the back loop only, we would insert our hook in this back loop only. If we were working the front loop only, we will insert our hook here in the front loop only. But now we are working the 3rd loop. Now where is our 3rd loop? As you can see, we looked at the V of the stitch on top, but the 3rd loop is here in front of us. This is the 3rd loop. So you see the V here, these V's, this is the 3rd loop. So we insert our hook here, we yarn over, insert our hook here in the 3rd loop, and make our half double crochet. Again, we yarn over, we don't look at the loop, at the V on top of the stitch, we look at the V on the side, in front of us, not in the back, in front of us, and we insert our hook in the 2nd loop here, in the last loop, in the front, maybe you can call it the front loop of this part. Okay, so this is the 3rd loop, this is the front loop, this is the back loop, this is the 3rd loop. So we yarn over and insert our hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, and go through all 3. Yarn over, insert our hook in the 3rd loop, and pull through all 3. And this is it. We go over and over in each and every stitch. I think after a few stitches, you get used to it, and it's no problem to find it. Because also you will see that your work is forming this kind of fabric texture here, and is pulling for you to know that you should work on this loop and not up here. So it will become easier. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, and pull through all 3. And this is what you repeat to the end of the row. Okay? So we go and we work this 3rd loop, half double crochet all the way across to the end of the row. One more stitch, two more stitches. Let me get some yarn. I'm always pulling up some yarn. And this is the one before the last, okay? And in the last one, I will make a regular half double crochet because it's kind of hard to find the third loop. Now, chain one and turn our work. As you can see, once I turn my work, I start seeing the pattern like we have it here, right? So we start seeing the pattern. Each and every row that we make, we will have this pattern. This is so wonderful and so easy to make. Let's make another row together. So we chain one and we look for the third loop here, not up here. We insert a yarn over, insert our hook, yarn over, and pull through all three. The first one is a little bit tricky, but then it comes all right. Yarn over, insert our hook in the next one, yarn over, pull through all. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through all. And this is what you are going to repeat rows after rows after rows until you have the amount of rows that you need for your hand. Now, I cannot give you an exact number of rows because, of course, it depends on your hand. If you have a petite hand, if you have a bigger hand, and also it depends how you want it to feel on your hand. So what you have to do is you have a rectangle and then you close it on your hand and you see how you feel with it. You have to feel comfortable. For me, let me count. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 1, 2, 23 rows. And for me, it was enough. I checked and it's enough. It's comfortable, it's not very tight on my hand, and it's not very loose on my hand because we don't want this to be loose in our hands as well. All right. Okay, so yeah, it's not 23, it's 21. I skipped two rows. I said 17 and then 20 for some reason. I don't know why, but it's 21 rows. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that you count the amount of rows that you need for your hand. Or maybe if you're making this for a gift for somebody, so just make, something, how would you say it, like regular size of hand. I will try and look for a chart of hand sizes for gloves, and then maybe we can find some standards for hand sizes. Okay, so we are going to be working all the rows that we need, and I will meet you after when we finish. I will continue to make my third loop, half double crochets all the way around, all the way up and down the rows. Don't forget that the last one we make a regular. Don't forget the last one, we make a regular half double crochet. Anyway, the last one will be in the wrist here, in the brim or this part of the gloves, so it's fine. And then we chain one, turn our work, and start all over again. Okay, so this is how we work. We go. All right, so we finished all our 21 rows. 21 was for me. You will, as I said, decide how many rows you need. I also, as you can see, I just put it over and see and feel if it feels okay. It does not have to be too loose because, you know, it stretches. Of course, it depends on the yarn that you're using, but this is enough for me. So what we'll do now, we will cut, but we will leave an amount of yarn because we want to sew it later. So we'll cut our first yarn and just tie it here. We'll use it later. Now we are going to start the wrist part, this part, okay? So I'm going to use a second color. Let me find the beginning of it, of this yarn here somewhere. Okay, and as you can see, both sides look the same. So there is no wrong side or right side. Both sides look the same. So you can pick whatever side you want. And now for the wrist, for this part, I am going to go down half hook size because we want this to be a little bit tighter, right? We want this to hold our hand here and to be a little bit tighter. So we need to go down half hook size. So instead of my 5mm hook, I will go down to my 4.5mm hook and start, where is my yarn? Making the first row slip knot and starting, I will not start where my yarn is here, I will start here, go inside the first stitch and introduce my new yarn. Now you don't have to change colors, you can work the same color, that's fine. Chain 1 and make 1 single crochet in the first place. Now we have the rows that we made, so we have exactly how many single crochet stitches we need to make. We'll start with a single crochet row and then we'll go on to the front post, back post. So we insert the hook. You see this kind of braid. This is our next stitch. Insert our hook, make it single crochet, and then we make a single crochet in the next space, and then we make a single crochet in the next space, and so on. 1 and 2, not more than 2. We can make it in the braid or we can make it in between the braids. It depends how you feel comfortable, okay? It can be here or it can be here before. Just make sure that you have all the amount of rows, the same amount of stitches. That's all. Because we don't want to increase, we want to make it tighter. So we need, if I have 21 rows, so I need 21 stitches, not more. Let's see how many I have now. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1. Maybe I did here 22 rounds. Probably I did 22 rows. So another one. This is it. Just make sure you have 1 single crochet for every row that you made. This is our first row. 1 single crochet in each row. Now we chain 1, turn our work. Let me grab some yarn here. I can see that I have problem here with the yarn. You know, it gets all tangled. All right, now we are going to work a double crochet on top of each stitch of each single crochet. So 1 double crochet on top of the first, 1 double crochet on top of the second, 1 double crochet on top of the third, and so on. If you don't know how to work a double crochet, so you yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and so on until the end of our row. Now you will see, because we size down half a hook size, that it's going to kind of shrink, and this is what we want. We want the wrist to be, this part of the wrist warmer to be tighter, right? So it's kind of decreasing or shrinking. It's because of the hook size. Okay, so 1 double crochet on top of each single crochet across, and then we'll start our front post, back post stitches to make the, how do you call this part of the glove? Brim? I think brim is for hats, right? I'm not so sure. Excuse me for my English, that it's not perfect, but I hope you understand what I mean. Actually, I'm sure you understand, so it's fine. Okay, let's finish this row, and we'll see how it shrank, became, don't forget the last one. Now, I forgot to say before, but when you're working the rows here for the first rectangle, make sure once in a while, count your stitches and make sure that you did not increase or decrease, because it's very common when we're working a rectangle. Sometimes we forget the first one, sometimes we forget the last one, and then it becomes not a rectangle, something completely different. So just make sure you have the same amount of stitches in each and every row. Okay, so now as you can see, we're kind of shrinking. The next row, we chain 1, turn our work, and we will work 1 double crochet on top of the first stitch, 1 double crochet, regular double crochet, and then we will work a front post double crochet on the next one. Front post, we yarn over, we go around the post like so, yarn over, pull up a loop, and finish our double crochet. In the next one, this is the third one, we will work a back post. So instead of going around the post like this, okay, we will go on the opposite. We'll start from the back and go like this, around the post from the back. Okay, so this is the back post. Now again, the next one, front post, we yarn over, go around on the front part and finish our double crochet. And the next one, we go around in the back. So we start from the back and go around the post and finish our double crochet in the back. So 1 front post, 1 back post. This is all we need all the way across. So let's do it again. This is our back post. This is going to be our front post. So we go around on the front and finish our double crochet. And then we go around on the back and finish our double crochet. And again, each one, 1 front post, 1 back post, all the way across to the end of your row. This is super simple. I hope you can see because I'm using white yarn on top of white table, but I hope you can see. Make sure, sometimes something went wrong here. Okay, so I have to do my back post. I go from the back and pull up the loop and go through 2 like any double crochet, just from the back and from the front. One front, one back, all the way until we finish our row. So I go to my last one. This was a back post, and then I have my last stitch here. I will work a regular, this is the last one, yeah, a regular double crochet. Okay, we start again, chain 1, turn our work. We want to make another row. As you can see here, I have the single crochet row and then 2 rows of back post, the single crochet row, the regular double crochet row, and 2 rows of back post, front post. So we start again, chain 1 and work 1 regular double crochet in the first stitch. And now we see that we have, these are front posts and these are back posts, right? Front post, back post. So we do the same, front post and then back post, double crochet. So we have this pattern. It's like a textured wrist or brim or however you call it. Okay, so this is a front post, this is a back post. It's very easy to see now because they are already done for us. As you can see here, these are the front posts, these are the back posts. Okay, so we finish the row working 1 front post, 1 back post, and 1 regular double crochet in the first and the last stitch. I will meet you when I finish my row here. All right, something happened to the footage of how to fold and sew the final wrist warmer, but it's fine. It's very, very easy. So we had a rectangle. We finished our 2 rows of front post, back post for the wrist here, for this part. So we had the big rectangle. We fold it in half. And then, as you can see, this one is larger and this one is shorter. It depends on the amount of stitches, of chains I started with, all right? But they are the same, just different in the height. They are also a little bit different here, the tension, because I think the white yarn, I thought it was the same kind of yarn, but it's not. So even though I went half size down in the hook, it also became a little bit tighter than this one. These 2 greens are the same kind of yarn. These ones are not the same kind, not the same brand, so it's a little bit different. So you have to take this in consideration. Anyway, we fold the rectangle in half, and then using my hand, I put my palm here, the beginning of my palm, on top of the blue portion, because I want to mark where my finger hole will be. So using 2 stitch markers, I just use them to mark here, as I wanted my finger to be here, my finger hole to be here, so it's comfortable. I just marked with stitch markers, and then using my tapestry needle, I sew from top to the first stitch marker, and then from the bottom of the hole to the end of the blue portion, and then with the white yarn I sew the end of it. And this is it. This is our third loop half double crochet wrist warmer pattern tutorial. There is not written pattern for this, but I think the tutorial just, that's it. It's so simple. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time with a new video or a new tutorial from Sandra Stitches. Bye bye.